Gillespie here alongside head coach Jake McKinley, week 8 of the Coaches Show. And coach, let's first start off talking about the most recent Boyd's World rankings that have Menlo ranked in the top 40 in the nation. Could you explain a little bit about what the Boyd's World poll is and what it means to be in the top 40 of nearly 200 teams?
Yeah, the Boyd's World poll is just essentially it's a computerized ranking system that considers different factors such as strength of schedule, win-loss record against certain opponents. So to obviously have that consideration in there is awesome for our program, and hopefully we'll keep climbing in that poll as well as the coaches poll nationally.
Absolutely. And so after last weekend's split at home with Corban, you're 4-4 in the conference. That places you in 3rd place with a big series coming up this weekend at LC State. There's 4 teams right now that are sitting at 4-4 in the conference after 2 weeks of play. What do you think that says about the strength of the league this year and where you stand right now?
I think the league is one of the best in the country, right? Without question. Every single team in the league has gotten better, so it seems. I mean, we haven't seen everybody, but we've seen most people, and everybody's better. So I think it's exciting going in to this weekend, obviously, to LC State. They're one of the best programs in the country, if not the best of all time. They do a fantastic job from a player development standpoint and a recruiting standpoint. So, it's going to be a great challenge having to get on the road tomorrow and make a flight up there and play well in what should be a pretty hostile environment. But, we're excited for the challenge because we do think that, we're one of the better teams in the country, and, if we're right, we're going to have to go there and prove ourselves.
And then kind of touching back on a little bit of that Corban series, had a couple of big exciting wins there. One was a walk-off from Wes Hoskins, his second home run of that game, and then Capono Thibodeau came up with a big bomb on day 2, and you pulled out a split for the series. What are your general thoughts about that and the exciting wins?
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of having an offense that is kind of loaded with power-hitting guys is you never really feel, like you're out of a game. I believe both of our wins in the series, we were behind. So, to fall behind and scrape back, it shows a tremendous amount of maturity from our guys and grit. Obviously Wes came up before his at-bat, and it was a kind of an obvious bunting situation. So we knew that he'd probably see a first pitch fastball. So we gave him the green light, and obviously hit the ball out of the ballpark, which was huge. And then, a guy like Capono, again, another guy, he's always a home run threat, and he got a good pitch to hit, and came up with a big swing and a big opportunity. So, overall, exciting wins. In the series, I thought we played a lot better last weekend than we did the previous weekend against Concordia. That 4th game of the series, again, we fell behind, we scraped back, we worked a tie in the 8th inning. Obviously we, bummed out we lost the game, but again, our guys did a good job of just sort of sticking together and finding a way to make that game very competitive, almost winning the series.
And then jumping forward to this coming weekend, 4-game set with LC State, as I mentioned. Last year you took 1 of 4 from them, nearly split the series if one hop would have gone your way. What do you look for this weekend, and where does it tell you are as far as a team?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I do think that, body for body, they'll probably be, if not the best, one of the very best teams we'll play all year. And, so I think it's going to just show us where we stack up against an elite program in the country. Last year, our guys did a great job. They kind of rose to the occasion. You're right, if one bounce goes our way, we split that series. And so it's obviously much harder to win on the road, especially at their ballpark. But it's going to be a great test for us, and I think our guys are going into the weekend very confident, and also feeling very capable of going up there and competing.
Before we jump into our featured senior this week, you've been busy on the recruiting trail. Can you tell me a little bit about the newest signees?
Yeah, a couple new guys have signed. One is a right-handed pitcher, Nick Bonnickson, out of El Dorado High School in Placerville. Nick is he's the #1 pitcher for those guys. And they consistently produce good pitching. But overall this season, he's borderline dominating, and he should have an opportunity to have a huge role as a freshman. He's going to be 86 to 88 mile an hour strike thrower, and he can really spin a breaking ball. So we're excited to have him. And then a switch hitting shortstop, Dalton Maxwell, out of Nevada Union High School, which is up in the Grass Valley area. Another great pickup for us. High character individual, exceptional student, and he's just kind of a grinder. He's a really good player because he's a super hard worker. He's versatile. He'll give a quality at bat, and he'll play good catch on defense. So both of those guys are great pickups for us, and we think in their 4 years at Menlo, they're going to be able to produce at a high level, and they're just going to consistently get better because they're the right type of people, as well as being the right type of player.
Sure, that's exciting stuff. And then we'll go to a senior here, featured senior this week, Wes Hoskins. Can you tell me a little bit about Wes?
Yeah, I mean, Wes is one of the best power hitters I've ever coached at any level. He's got tremendous power to his opposite field side. Obviously, the pull power that we saw this weekend is unbelievable too. But more than anything, Wes he's just a wonderful teammate. He's an easygoing, laid-back guy, and so his teammates love him, and he's done a great job because Wes is a guy that is a corner infielder. When I got here, probably more of a first baseman than anything. And we've asked him to play shortstop, and not only has he made the transition, he's made it well. He's a very good defender. He plays quality catch on the infield, and he makes outs. So having a guy, that you ask to learn the hardest position on the field probably, and not really skip a beat offensively, just kind of shows you what kind of human being he is. So if the season ends today, I got to think he's in the running for Conference Player of the Year. And we anticipate he's going to have a great rest of the season for us. But overall, a great kid to coach, and he's going to be successful probably at the professional level after this is all said and done. And when he goes into whatever he does in his life, I am very confident he'll be successful there as well.
Very good. Thanks a lot, Coach, and best of luck up in Idaho this weekend.